really what first sparked my interest in a career in banking was my father. I had just graduated high school. I was going to Stonehill to pursue a business degree, and he felt like I needed some business experience. I was very happy packing bags at the Shaw's supermarket with my friends, but he insisted that I walk down to our local bank and apply to become a part-time teller, which I did for the next 4 years while I was in school. It wasn't enough to pay my tuition, so I had to pick up another job that had more hours. So I was actually a bank janitor full-time during those 4 years. So that was really my introduction to the industry. What's kept me in it is the industry's real commitment to community service. As a community bank, we depend upon the vibrancy of the communities that we serve and support us. And so as a result, I think you'll find more than any other industry, banks leaning into community matters in a number of ways, whether they be volunteerism, philanthropy, or sometimes advocacy. In terms of role models in my career, in addition to my dad, of course, who instigated my coming into the industry 42 years ago, it was really a couple of people really stand out among many great bosses that I've had over time. I've been very fortunate that way. When I think of two people that really influence how I think about my role today, one of them is Bob Wilmers, who is now the deceased chair of M&T Bank, but led that organization for about 40 years. I was with M&T for a good part of my career and watched the role that Bob played in Buffalo as a corporate leader who was very significantly engaged and did a lot of things for the benefit of Buffalo and the Western New York community that were, again, great for the community, but also great for the bank, on whose health the bank depended. The other one is, my namesake, if you will, Robert F. Kennedy, the good one, that is, the late senator, particularly during the last 5 years of his life following the murder of his brother, the president, when he really found his better angels and leaned into issues of social justice and basic human need, and really had an impact. And as someone who was named after him, I knew a lot about his life and was really inspired by those last years of his life, and really motivated me to join Eastern and do the work I do today, which of course is in banking, but really is much more focused on the social mission that we have here at the company. I often refer to Eastern as a social enterprise wrapped in a financial services company, because it really speaks to the true spirit of the company, which is why I came here 18 years ago to return to Boston to join Eastern. So this is my 8th year as Eastern's CEO, and I've been here for a total of 18. And Eastern has grown quite a bit over that period, just in the last 8 years alone, including the pending merger with Cambridge Trust. We will have grown almost 3 times just during that period. And from the time I got here, we've grown almost 4 times during that period. So we've seen a lot of growth through acquisition, certainly, and just through basic growth of bringing in more customers, but it's been exciting. The thing I think that's as exciting about Eastern is what we've been able to do in the community through the Eastern Bank Foundation, which has grown during my time with the company to now $250 million, which really provides the resources, financial and otherwise, to the foundation team to really make an impact in community around issues of economic inclusion and mobility, centered on issues such as entrepreneurship and scaling less represented businesses, early childhood, workforce development, particularly for adult learners and those that need ESL, as well as safe and affordable housing. So today, Eastern is located throughout eastern Massachusetts, as well as southern and coastal New Hampshire, and a little bit in Rhode Island. And that's a marketplace that we just love and look to fill in more in through continued growth. We're privileged to have today about 800,000 customers through that geography across various, whether they be businesses, individuals and families, as well as municipalities, as we're the largest bank for cities and towns in Massachusetts. The things that really drive me, that brought me to Eastern, because I saw an opportunity to really leverage Eastern's long commitment to community service and philanthropy, was really around advocacy around various social justice issues. I mean, I think anything that deals with systemic racism, discrimination and hate, basic human needs, general issues of fairness are really the things that I'm most concerned with, and have engaged along with our team in a number of those issues over time. Certainly, we've got a lot of partners in the business community that lean in on this, and we're so fortunate to be in a place here in New England that really cares about these issues, with people who want to make a difference and step up and really make a positive impact. My favorite way to unwind when I'm outside the office is honestly not all that interesting, and to some might not seem all that fun. But it's really reading. For me, I love what I do. I'm fully engaged. Really, in my role, I'm like a kid in the candy store. There's just so many good things to be done, and so many places you can lean in. And I've have an ever thirst for learning about new issues and ideas and things within our community here in Greater Boston and New England. So I spend a lot of time reading in order to stay current on those things, find out who's working on those things. It's all very interesting to me. So much to my wife's dismay and some of my family's members, I'm all in here at Eastern. So Eastern is not for me a job or a career. It's really a vocation. And as a result, as we always like to say to young people, do make sure that you do what you love. Fortunately, I'm in that position. So as a result, I'm not looking for any sort of diversions outside of that work.